beyond. Heat981fm.com and iHeartStation. Conversations with Coach
Coach Lie, your favorite neighborhood therapist, having real hard convos, contrasting pessimists, generational trauma explored, broach delicate, getting to the root of the pain, healing impediments. Every week signs copay free lessons. Bet on self, trust the process, no questions. Feel your feels, journey to be healed, no stressing. Conversations with Coach Lie's now in session.
Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to Conversations with Coach La, your favorite around the way therapist. How y'all feeling out there? Everybody feeling good? Happy Sunday. Oh my goodness, we made it to another Sunday. It's morning. I'm getting used to this time, y'all, so good morning. Oh, y'all, so I got some feedback. They was like, oh, I missed your show at 10 o'clock at night. I'm in church. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I'm glad to be at an earlier time. But y'all was saying, oh my God, your show's at 10 o'clock at night and I be asleep. Can't win, y'all. Can't win. So shout out to everyone that is listening on iHeartRadio. All of my international listeners, hi. Hello, how are you? Whatever time zone you may be in. Shout out to everybody that's on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and Twitch. I'm still trying to build y'all Twitch followers. I might be, hey, chat. That's what y'all say over there, right? Hey, chat. All right. Guess what we did yesterday, y'all? We had the Bomb Squad Cookout, the 10th annual Bomb Squad Cookout. It was in honor of Mark Harris. Some of y'all can see my shirt. I don't know if everybody can because they go. Shout out to him. It was a powerful day of just love and community and remembering him. It was also sad too, but we had a life-size pull out, cut out of him that was on stage. And that was beautiful. His son performed. Shout out to his son, Marky. That was so beautiful. It was a great day. And I could not let this day go by without giving a super happy birthday to my son, Rashad, my sunshine. Today is his actual birthday. He turned 21 today. So happy birthday, son. I know you are someplace. His friends, they have an organization called BOE, which is Brothers Over Everything. My son is an event planner. Can y'all believe that? Apple don't fall too far from the tree. So he started his own organization and they do parties for 18 plus. So they had a party yesterday. So shout out to their party. I know it was very successful out in Brockton. Yeah, they went in Brockton. It was like a whole status type of party where you had to wear a t-shirt and then you had to write slogans on it. Anyway, follow them on Instagram, BOE, and they do parties if young people in your family are looking for some positive vibes with some young men doing positive things in the community. Shout out to my son and his friends, Rashid and Lid, and there's a bunch of them. Forgive me, y'all, if I don't name all y'all names. There's too many of y'all. But we're having his birthday party today, or his birthday dinner at Maggiano's. So see all you guys later for that. Shout out to my Urban Heat family, all of the ladies, Michelle, C. Brew, Boss Lady News, Stacy, Miss Cheryl. Oh my goodness. Oh, it was just so many people who made yesterday's event be so positive. Shout out to the firemen, the Boston Fire Department, Mr. Hank. They brought the fire truck so the people could get in and take pictures. Stephanie, the baker, was there. Ingrid was there with her ties. So it was really a beautiful, beautiful day. Shout out to Angelina and Ray Royale. They performed. Dita Weeda performed with Angelina, which was definitely a highlight of the day. And big shout out to Tap Time. He held down the music. And shout out to Marv. Shout out to Messy Marv, who won the cook-off against Uncle JG. And we're not going to hear the end of it. So I have to give, him his due. I believe Chef Shonda judged the food, and there was another chef that judged the food as well. But the food was delicious. The people ate well. We had a lemonade stand that was awesome that Miss V ran. That was also great. So just shout out to the Urban Heat. Good job, everybody. Clap, 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 clap. So, in case you just tuned in, you listen to Conversations with Coach La. I'm actually a licensed therapist. Contrary to popular belief, I know there's a lot of people out there that are grifters, but I really am licensed. And this show is all about debunking myths about mental health and bringing people from all walks of life in all different industries to talk to you about how they manage their mental health and also what they do to bet on themselves. And all of that it really means is how do they empower themselves? How do they keep going every day when life starts lifing? So I have an entrepreneur in the building with me today. But shout out to a couple people too. I do see y'all. Let me give y'all some quick shout outs. Shout out to C Brew. Shout out to DJ Wade. What's going on? Thank you for telling me that. I appreciate you, Wade. You know I love you so much. So this is the entrepreneurial spotlight. And this woman, I won't call her a young lady because she's a grown woman, okay? She is one of those people that I have watched just manifest things and just do things so creatively. I've loved all of her content on social media. And I actually became introduced to her because of the radio station. And then she ended up being my photographer. You might remember some really, really pretty pictures taken of me that I've used on all my branding. Well, this is the woman behind those photos. Also, a lot of the photos that you see that are on flyers, that is the woman behind the photos. And then she turned around and she said, okay, that's not enough. I want to do another business. And she started another business, which is called Liquid Luxx, and where drinks are extraordinary, which I love that slogan. And so I have her here with me because sometimes the vision comes before the validation, and we're going to just chop it up. I'm going to get a chance to know a little bit more about her, how she decided to get into business, why. And for all of you that maybe are on the fence and have these ideas and these visions, but you just haven't jumped out there yet, I'm hoping that we will encourage you and inspire you to do so today. So without further ado, I would like to welcome to the virtual couch, Miss J.Lew. What's up, girl?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
So she was saying I don't really be talking. So she's like, you going to put me on the virtual couch? I don't be talking like that. So I am going to ask you a really simple question. I want to know things we can't Google. Tell me a little bit about you, right? The woman behind the scenes of these businesses. Like, what's something that people would be surprised to know about you?
I don't even know. Being very quiet. That's me.
Yeah, I'm know,
quiet.
I didn't really think you were quiet.
I'm very like,
don't ask me nothing, stay out my face.
Yeah, I'm a listener. I'm not a talker. You can talk to me all day. Yeah. And I'll give you feedback, but I'm just like very just low key, low vibes. Like I know how to have a good time and you know how I know how to bring the vibe, but then at the end of the day, I'm like home in my bed, like silence.
Yeah.
On my phone, just scrolling.
Which is interesting because both of your businesses are businesses that are forward facing, client facing. So I think that's a difference between being able to be friendly and professional, right? And versus being social. And I think people get those three things sort of confused. They're like, oh, wow, you have a business that, but that doesn't mean that I'm like an extrovert. That just means that I know how to be professional, friendly, and provide customer service.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean that if you see me outside, I'm going to be yapping.
Exactly.
So I get it. Yeah. I get it. I totally get it. Where did you get your entrepreneurial spirit from?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, you know, everybody knows my dad.
No, they don't, because I ain't tell that yet. The listeners have no idea who your daddy is. Some of them may, but not everybody.
Those that know, you know.
I don't want to put you out there first. Like, okay, this is Marv Neal's daughter. But yes, I thought you got it from your dad.
Yeah. I think I get my hustle from him.
Yeah, because he stayed with an idea.
Yeah,
stayed with an idea. Like, and he's relentless too. Even when he's tired and he's weary, he keeps going and he's very solution focused, which is what I think you need as an entrepreneur. Like, it's not that we're saying it's easy, because sometimes we make it look easy. We often think about quitting every day.
Yeah.
You know, but after
tired.
we tired and we cry a little bit, we be like, all right, I'm gonna make this work. Time to make the donuts.
Oh my goodness, that's been me the past couple of weeks. Like, you know, because I work full time and then I have my businesses, and then like finally, like this weekend was the first weekend in a while where I was able to just not do anything and go outside for a little bit. I went to the cookout yesterday. You know, my sister's dance team was across the street, and I got to go and show love there too. And then I went right back home.
Really?
Went right back
but
home.
You know what? I have to say the other day I did something similar and people were surprised. They think because of my social media that means that I'm outside all the time.
Yeah.
You're seeing highlights of events and people that I support.
Yeah.
There's 24 hours in a day, people, and 7 days in a week. You're not seeing everything. You're seeing some of the things. So it can give people a false perception, I guess, of like, you're always outside, you're always partying, you're always doing something.
Yeah.
No, honey, we have to rest to be able to do what we do, right? Like, so there's sometimes I'm just right at home sleeping on the couch.
Because I've gotten that a lot. They're like, you're always out. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
It looks like that.
Little
but
do
it's
you know,
really not.
I'm in the house, sitting on the couch or in my bed.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that I think social media can do. People say it's a fake place, it's not real. I don't think it's that. I think it's just a smidget. It's a fragment of people's lives, and it's up to you to realize that and to be wise enough to realize that and not think that that's everything that person does every day. They're not showing you when they go to the bathroom. Well, so maybe some people are.
Monday through Friday, I'm at work. Full-time job.
So what do you do? What do you do when you're not entrepreneurial, J.Lew?
Besides my full-time?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Like,
what do you do for work?
Oh, I work at the hospital. I'm an admin coordinator.
Okay, so you got a true regular 9 to 5.
Yes, Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. Do your colleagues know that you're this extraordinary entrepreneurial?
Yes.
Off hours?
They know. They've participated in some of my entrepreneur, like whether it's been the photography or me doing the classes. They've definitely supported. And then outside of that too, I am in school, so I'm like, I'm juggling.
Wait a minute now. You're in school too?
Yes.
Okay, wait a minute. So you got a full-time job, 2 businesses, right? Which I did mention she's also a photographer, right?
Yes.
And she's a mixologist. So she has a photography business and she has a mobile bartending service and she has a full-time job and she's in school.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't miss nothing.
No.
Okay.
That's my life right now. It's a lot.
Whoa.
I'm getting it done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how a day in the life at J.Lew, how do you do this? Because I know people are like, I could never do that.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, as far as like school at my age, you know, I'm just like, I'm really going back to school, but I'm doing it because I do want to level up in my position.
So what are you going to school for?
Healthcare administration.
Okay.
So I've been working in like healthcare for going on 15 years, I think.
Okay.
About like 15, 16 years. And I've always been patient facing. But I've also had positions higher than that. Okay. And then I had to, when I got another job, I had to dumb it down and then work my way back up. So now, I'm in school to just I don't want to be patient facing anymore. Like, I love the patients. I love you guys, but I want to be behind the scenes.
Gotcha.
I want to be at like a boss level.
Okay. So you want to go into leadership and management.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly. So
I love this, right? Because we glamorize entrepreneurship. And I say we collectively as a society, right? And quit your 9 to 5. You're building someone else's dreams and goals and blah, 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 right? Real talk, a lot of entrepreneurs got a 9 to 5, baby. Yeah. I think that the level up and the mastermind behind a lot of it is to hold on to your full-time, work your part-times and your side hustles or your side businesses until they get to the level that they replace your income. But then if you're strategic enough, you can keep all those streams of income. Why let them go if you can manage them? However, you can also burn yourself out, which is something that I want to also talk about as we move on in this conversation, because sometimes it's overwhelming it is heavy, and it can be too much, right? And it's like everybody's too much looks different. And I think when they see people like yourself and myself, a lot of the everyday folks that may be strolling social media go, I can never do that. That looks exhausting. I would be tired. And it's not that we are not tired and exhausted, because we do be tired
because
and
we
exhausted.
are.
But I think when you're doing things that you actually enjoy, that you have an interest in, it doesn't always feel like work, but it doesn't mean we don't get tired. Right. It's the difference between doing things that really feel like, I hate this. I don't, oh man, I wish I didn't have to go to this place again. Mm-hmm. I think that's heavier for most people. And I really, really hope for the world that you can do things that you actually enjoy and have an interest in. Or come to therapy and I can help you figure out how to reframe it so you can see how you can still make it work, even if it's something that you don't like, but maybe you're really good at it. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe they pay you well. Maybe it actually can fund all your other dreams and goals and your vacation. So when you go to work, you just smile and you go, I can't wait. In 6 more weeks, I will be in Jamaica. Hi,
that's me.
You have a great day. Yes, absolutely. I can help you with that. Jamaica. Oh, I see Jamaica I can see it. I'm on the beach in my head, even though I'm sitting here in this office with all of y'all. So tell me, what did the earliest version of Liquid Luxx look like compared to what the brand looks like today?
In the beginning, I was so nervous. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. Then I was like, where do I start? And then I'm, on the good old social media, just looking at other people, not even in my city, just other people around the world doing it. And I was like, okay, I can do this. I know how to bartend. I know how to put things together and make it look good. And I did talk to a couple of people who are friends of mine who actually do have mobile bartending businesses, and we all talk amongst each other and get advice from one another. So they definitely helped out with that as well, just to help me get the ball rolling.
Yeah. Talk to us about the getting the ball rolling part, because I feel like I kind of got BTS behind the scenes, for those that don't know what BTS is, of like the earlier days of seeing you building it and sort of just getting things like cups and, doodads. I don't know what you call them, what the proper name is for it.
From just like getting cups, straws, napkins. You've seen the new bar stand that I have now. Like the big bar stand that I have now was not what I had when I started. I had 2 tables.
Yes.
And I was putting the 2 tables together to make it look like a bar. And then again, to social media and different friends saying, hey, why don't you try this? So I was like, I can't use that. That's not a bar. Then I was like, let me get it. Now I have 2.
Yeah. And those that don't know, what did you end up using, which was very innovative, as your bar stand?
A DJ stand.
Did y'all hear that? Talk about innovation, right? I remember when you was, I think there was a video you made of like showing the unboxing it. And you're like, let me see how this is going to go. And it actually worked out perfectly.
And it's great. Like I get so much feedback from my clients who book me. They go, this is really nice. Where'd you get this? And I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm going to tell you where I got it from.
Right.
And I even had one guy, he came up to the bar and he was like ordering his drink and he took a step back. And then he was like, is this a DJ stand? And I was like, yes. He was like, I had to ask because I'm a DJ. And he was like, I have this. I'd never think to use this as a bar. I was like, well, now you can if you want to switch it up.
Yeah, man. I love the innovativeness and I've loved your content. You've gotten really, really creative with how you've been presenting the brand. How do you get these ideas? I know you said you get it from people, but watching what other people do, but I've watched every setup evolve.
Yeah.
In terms of creativity, you customize everything.
Yeah. So
every setup looks a little different. You make customized drinks for your clients. So talk to me about that process.
That just goes into like what people's themes are. So, I give every client like a consultation in a sense, just to see what it is that what their theme is. And then my brain just goes off of that. So like, for example, this past Sunday, I did the pool party and it was like a Barbie theme. So I had to go off of that and just like make it cute. And I ordered like little umbrellas and customized the banner and then did the customized drinks. And I tried to do drinks that I know people are going to want to try. Even if it's one that's off that like, oh, a lot of people don't order this, but I'm going to put it on there and try to make it cute, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that. Shout out to Nay Speaks. You were the mobile bartending service that her mom, Ingrid, hired.
Yes.
And I mean, impeccable. I mean, there was drinks. I think one was called Spellman, wasn't it?
One was called the Spellman.
She graduated from Spellman, for those that don't know.
Yes, one was called the Nay Speaks.
And one, yeah, so they were really cute drinks, which makes people want to try them. What was one of the hardest parts about getting started that people on social media probably never saw?
One of the hardest parts? Honestly, I don't know. I would say just because, again, like I said, I already was bartending, and it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't even know how to answer that. I'm sorry.
It's cool. She's like, I don't know.
I'm nervous, y'all.
No, you're doing good. So here's one of the things I'm wondering about, because we fund all our own stuff. Right? Sometimes you're going to have angel investors like your dad or, other people who put money in. And I don't think people see the dollars and cents. Like I see a setup, but because I'm an entrepreneur and I know what things cost, I'm like, she's spending some good money on all this.
Now that you say that, money.
Yeah.
And I'm funding it all.
I'm like, this ain't cheap.
No.
And I'm like, she's, really, really, when she said the drinks at Liquid Luxx are extraordinary, she lives up to that. Every drink is sexy, it's fun, it's creative. You want to take a picture of it. It's like you literally are doing art with every drink.
Yeah, but now, like I said, now that you mentioned that, funding it, and again, that's part of the reason why too. I'm like, my full time helps me out with getting that, and then now that the business is, I'm like booked every weekend, just about. That money goes back into the business, and then I can replenish and do what I need to do.
Did y'all hear that? I need to pause for a second. She's been taking the money and reinvesting it back in her business. And you can see, I got her where you can follow her right now is Liquid Luxx _XX. Go check out her content. She takes you through it. And I remember earlier on, I don't know if you were in your kitchen, you used to just show mixing it and what you were putting in it.
Yeah. And I don't even do videos like that anymore. And I need to, because I have something sitting on my table that I need to do content for, with learning how to just make a drink at home.
Yes.
And that's pretty much how it started, with doing those videos. And then now it's just every booking that's getting posted. So now I just said to myself the other day, I was like, I need to make a drink and post a video.
Yes.
Because it's
and that's how I started following you, because I was like, oh, that looks good. I'm gonna get those ingredients and try it myself. Right. And what we know about marketing, for those that do marketing, is that your marketing has to either like surprise people, be somewhat shocking, or you need to be solving a problem or teaching people something. And those are the things that go viral, or at least will build your clientele and build your customer base, aka same thing. That I know I just said the same thing in two different ways. So entrepreneurs usually hear consistency all the time. Be consistent, be consistent. What has consistency actually looked like for you?
Literally, like, just making sure everything is aligned. I'm always posting, because content is everything in this world that we are in today. Content. So it's just like, you want to post, you want to make sure you post consistently. You want to make sure, like, especially for my business, everything is consistent. So I make sure like everything flows, from having everything I need, all the ingredients, my customer service, like everything is top tier.
And it is. I've had the pleasure of seeing you both do things here at the radio station, and watch you evolve. And I mean, you did an event that was like in the hallway here.
Yeah.
And I was like, how's she gonna pull this off? But she had tables and she taught a class right in there. Yeah. And that's entrepreneurship. It is taking something and taking something from nothing and making it extraordinary, right? Where somebody else will be like, I can't.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen.
Make it work.
You can't do it back there. And you go, watch me. Watch me.
Yeah.
Watch me. So switching gears a bit, right? We talk about therapy, right? This whole reason why I even do this show is to remind people to, one, take care of themselves, and that mental health is not just for those with a diagnosis, but we all are managing both our mental health and our physical health. It's in a holistic way. Stop separating the two. You need to have insight, and your brain needs to function for everything else in your body, and you to do everything you need to do. You need to have your mental health intact.
Mm-hmm.
So we always talk about what does therapy mean to you, and that's just because for a lot of people, they really don't know what therapy is, or they have in their mind they're going to lay on someone's couch, and they used to call us shrinks. And I went to go look that up, and I was like, why would they call it that? But that's because people used to do some really interesting things for mental health treatment. So don't call me a shrink. I don't like that name.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. But tell me, what does mental health mean to you, and how has that played into your success and your ability to do all the things that you do?
I mean, mental health to me is more so like, being able to talk to someone, whether it's, not a therapist, it's just someone you can confide in when you're going through something, and being able to just let that out. Because again, like I said earlier, like I'm a quiet person, so I have a habit of holding things in.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to have someone that you can talk to and just let it all out, and they actually listen, is like good.
Yes. And you think about this, people will be like, oh, I'm not going to see a therapist. What's the point of talking about anything, right? Well, I don't need to talk about my problem. If you have a Facebook account and you be going ham on that account, and you have these rants, AKA, that's what you can talk to your therapist about.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you use your social media, any of your platforms like a journal, that's the stuff you can talk to your therapist about. Just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
So believe it or not, we all are talking. We are all sharing in different ways. Be you posting a meme, be you are writing these long statuses, be you are getting on the phone with your friends and family and going on a rant. Those are all things that are therapy worthy. You don't have to be AKA considered crazy to use a therapist. So it's an outlet. It's a place to express yourself, get your feelings out, process feelings, name your feelings, figure out what you are feeling. And I think all people can benefit from therapy. So tell me, right? People celebrate entrepreneurship, but we don't always discuss the psychological pressure attached to it, right? When you think about why people would even use therapy, a lot of the most successful people have coaches, mentors, somebody that they can use as a sounding board, right? How has entrepreneurship affected you mentally and emotionally?
I would say, like, for me, it's just making sure I have everything that I need. I get nervous when I get bookings, and I don't want to forget anything.
Me too. Oh,
yeah.
That was one of the hardest things about when I did, because I used to do I told you I used to do a mobile bartending service during like COVID, called Happy Juice. And it's like, people really underestimate all that goes into doing events in general, like even for DJs too. Like, you just don't think about all of the behind the scenes that we do, and then we still have to be on, right? You're on your feet. Mm-hmm. You got to remember all the drinks and the ingredients, just all the things.
It's pressure. And when I first started too, I was overpacking my car.
Really?
Just because I'm like, I don't want to forget anything. And then when I get there, I'm like, I didn't even need all this stuff. So now I've gotten to where it's like, okay, this event is this. This is all that I need. Bring this. Mm-hmm. But then my mind is still like, no, you need to bring that too.
I'm always an overpacker. Yeah. I think I do that in all areas of my life. But definitely when I do workshops, I'm like, I got too much stuff. Like, there's 10 people. Do I need to bring the whole 50 box?
Yes.
The 50 pens?
Yes.
Do I really need the whole box? Why not just pack 10, maybe 15 pens?
Bring 30.
Make sure they write and just be good, right? But no, I bring all this stuff. It's definitely a lot. How do you take care of yourself? Like, what are the things that you do to decompress?
Cook. I love cooking. Listening to music and vacationing. I'm going on vacation in a couple of weeks and I cannot wait.
Where are you going?
Costa Rica.
Sounds relaxing.
I took 2 weeks off of work, and I told my boss, I said, I know I don't normally take this long of a vacation, but I need it. So, and I have the time, and that's what it's there for. So if you have time at work, take the time.
She's speaking truth. And what people don't realize sometimes is that self-care is way beyond just the bubble baths and, get your hair done, and even vacationing to a certain extent, because I think sometimes people can make their vacation become work too, like with being convoluted with so many events and so many things, that the whole time you're on vacation, when you come back, you need a vacation from the vacation because it was so packed with a schedule. I truly believe that vacation should mean do nothing, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Very low key, maybe one excursion, but I don't want to do an excursion every day.
Yeah. I feel like I'm at that point. So I was telling my sister, I was like, listen, I know you like to be out and about and having a good time. I was like, but this trip, I just want to chill. I want to be very low key. Like you said, 1 or 2 excursions and call it a day. Like, I just want to decompress.
Right.
And then I took extra time. So like we get back on a Sunday and then I'm still off the rest of the week to come home and then decompress.
See, that's how you do it. That is how you do it.
I never go right back to work. I give myself a couple extra days.
That's dope. I think that is definitely how you do it. When I did my trip to Jamaica for my 50th, I was like, I'm always on every event, I'm snapping pictures and I'm socializing. I really didn't socialize much. I was like, I found like a little area on the beach and I camped out away from people, which would have been like, this is weird. That's so not Coach.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to be able to turn off, right? Like I wanted to turn off. So and that's what I did.
Like I don't even want to use my phone.
Yeah.
I'll use it to get videos and content, but I'll post that when I get back.
Yeah.
But to like be on it and like the social media, like I'm going to sign out. Like I just want to disconnect.
Yeah. I only called my family, let them know I was there and like, I'm getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
But have you ever experienced burnout doing all the things that you do? And if so, how did you know you were experiencing it?
Yes, recently. That's why I couldn't wait for this weekend to come and not have a booking. I was just like in my head, like, oh my God. Like I've had conversations with myself, like this is what I asked for and this is what I manifested and it's here. But at the same time with just, doing the business, making sure my schoolwork is done on time and work Monday through Friday, I'm like, this is a lot.
Yeah.
There's been times where I was like, what did I sign up for? I don't know if I want to do this. And I'm like, no, I do want to do this. I need a break.
Yeah.
I need a break.
and that's really important, everybody. Sometimes we look at rest in a negative, right? Rest is your way of refueling, just like our cars. We gas them up, you fill the tank up and you drive. It's gonna go down to E and you got to fill it back up. Mm-hmm. You got to think about your bodies in the same way. Like you need to pause, go to the rest stop and fuel back up. Like rest is your friend, right? It is not a sign of weakness to say, you know what? I need to take a pause for a second. Let me rest. Let me sit down. Let me take several seats. What have you learned about boundaries in terms of entrepreneurship? Is there anything that has been new for you that you didn't know you needed as a boundary that you now have that you didn't have in the beginning?
No, I feel like I know what boundaries are, especially when it comes to like bookings and, contracts and people paying deposits and stuff. For me, I always say it doesn't matter who you are. Like this is my business, so I need you to respect it.
You better talk your talk. Now I know you must have got that from your pops. That sounds like a Marvism.
Listen,
Listen, don't let them play in your face, baby, about your money. Get your deposits.
Yeah, no, pay your deposit. No deposit, no booking.
Hey, it saves you a lot of stress if you operate with some standards and guidelines and contracts. It does. It really does.
You have to put your foot down too, because some people will be like, "Oh, can I?" No, you can't. Because if I do it for you, I have to do it for other people too, and I'm not. So,
I've been throwing some statistics up here about, Black-owned businesses and Black-owned businesses by Black women. And I think it's really important to understand that we have to change the way we look at entrepreneurship. I think this is one of the ways of building wealth, building legacy, and all of those type of things, is to have you a business that you can do in conjunction with a full-time job and like that's how you really can level up. If you can manage the two and find a good synergy, and I think you have that, right? Your businesses with a few bookings a month can make what some people make all week at a job with less hours, the more efficient that you become. But Black-owned businesses saw an average revenue increase of about 32% between 2019 and 2023. By comparison, average revenue across all women-owned businesses has increased by at least 12% during that period. So it's no better time than now for women to look at what can they do and what do they do well and what do they have an interest in that potentially can create another stream of income. I had, when I first started this show, season 1, I had a episode called "A Man Is Not a Plan." And that's not to say we don't need men and we don't want men, but I think that even men respect a woman who has a plan and has a mind of her own and has a hustle. Yeah. If he gives you 10 grand, you can come back and have flipped it, and you're not going to just be like spending it, spend that, as Young Miami said, that's all you doing. Like, I think there's a lot of value in us having independence and also still having support. So who's your support? Who's your backbone? What's your support system look like? How do you get it done?
My boyfriend definitely is super supportive. We support each other, so the support bounces off of one another. If I have an idea and I'll be like, hey, what do you think about this? He'll tell me, no, don't do it. It's not going to work. Or he'll be like, yeah, you should do it. Or he'll be like, do that, but then add this to it and do that. So then I listen. Sometimes I don't want to listen because I'm stubborn. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to do it like that. I don't even know I asked you.
Well, thank you for your feedback, babe. But I'm still going in this direction.
Right.
One of the other things is that growth and productivity is something that we can get really, really, really stuck on as entrepreneurs. With this new world, like you said, is so content driven. So it's about likes, it's about follows, it's about comments, shares, views, right? Yeah. And if you're judging your business only on that, it can get discouraging, especially in the early days of content building and just starting out. But what we know is, although the numbers that I'm showing you, these are very powerful numbers, right? Black women aren't waiting just for validation anymore. We're getting out there. We're taking risks. We're putting ourselves out there so people can see. And, starting a business and having an equitable opportunity to scale is very important. And I think you have that too with what you're doing, because we were talking, you were like, maybe you could come bartend. So you could start having other bartenders and different things underneath you, or people teaching the class. And now guess what? J.Lew's not doing it anymore, but it's under Liquid Luxx. Exactly. So I think that's really, 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 really dope. Sometimes though, we have these moments, like we said, of being very discouraged, right? And we get kind of we get weary, and we're not sure what we're doing anymore. And we have to do one of my favorite things. If anybody who knows me and follows me, y'all already know what this is all about, right? We have to learn how to bet on ourselves, right? And that looks different for everybody. Not everybody does it the same way. But there's those moments where we're like, yo, if not me, then who? If not now, then when? And you have to really block out the noise, and you got to lock in. Yeah. So talk to me about your bet on self moments, anything past, present, or coming up, because I know you got some things coming up that you're taking these opportunities to keep on stretching the brand and stretching yourself.
Yeah. So, again, getting started and seeing other people do it who are like very popular and well known, and seeing them, and it's like, I could do that too, and just getting the pull and the feed from watching them. And then there's been times where it's like before the mobile bartending and just getting into the bartending world and people wanting a look for you to bartend for them. And
tell me about that. What do you mean, a look?
So, certain places want you to look a certain way, be shaped a certain way, body a certain way. And now it's like, whatever. So now I'm going to just go do it myself.
Yeah. So like the standards of beauty, impacted you getting jobs and things like that. I think you were telling me that offline, and you were like, you know what?
Yeah. And I did work in one restaurant that is no longer around.
How about that?
Hello.
Look how the cookie crumbles.
Okay. And, I worked there for a little bit, and there was an incident at the workplace, and I was like, you know what? I sent a text message and I was like, thank you guys for the opportunity. But at the end of the day, I don't need to be here. I wanted to be here just to make extra money. Mm-hmm. I don't need this job. Mm-hmm. And after that was like, okay, I need to figure something out. So, I did start bartending at an event space, which I do still bartend there per diem. So I pick up shifts when I want to. So I'm like bartending there too, outside of my own bartending business. And then after being there for a while, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start a business. I want to do this, like I really want to take off and like make this something. So, and here we are.
Now that's what you call a bet on self moment. Oh, you going to tell me no? You going to reject me? You said I can't? Watch this.
Yeah.
Was that how I should do it?
Okay.
I love that. So we were talking offline how she ended up getting on the virtual couch, and she was telling me this story, and I was like, I need you on the show. She was like, what? I'm like, yes, people need to hear this, right? Because sometimes your biggest opportunities come disguised as bad news. Mm-hmm. Your biggest opportunities look like rejection. It looks like a no. And that is like telling you something. You got to listen to the nudges. It's like, no, go do it yourself.
Yeah. Stop
waiting for other people to do it. You got this idea and your business partners drop it. Do it yourself. I mean, the Urban Heat is a big old bet on self moment. The whole radio station, the whole concept of what we are is a big bet on self moment. So shout out to the Urban Heat family. Shout out to Marv Neal. Shout out to Teamwork Making the Dream Work. Like I said, the vision usually comes before the validation, right? Sometimes you see it before everybody else sees it. And you got to keep that in mind and don't get discouraged when people are like, nah, don't do that. You can't do that. It's not possible. It is. So last but not least, let's get to it because it's almost time for me to go. When the boss man gives me that look like, it's time, coach. Stop talking. Coach's Corner. We're going to wrap this bad boy up in a nice little bow so that you guys can go on to your week and feel like you have been empowered to bet on yourself. You got Coach La and you got Coach J.Lew, and we just took you out the fight of life. You're coming over here and we're about to help you out. We're going to give you some nuggets so that you can get back in the fight because you're feeling weary. What do you want these people to take away from this conversation, Miss J.Lew? What's going to keep them moving, focused on anything, not just entrepreneurship, but just on betting on themselves?
That's what I was going to say. I mean, bet on yourself. If you have an idea, just go for it. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that's going to hold you back is if you don't go for it, it's just going to sit and you're going to sit in your thoughts of, should I do this? Just do it. Even if you fail, just do it because failure comes with doing new things, so just go for it and see where it goes. And if that doesn't work, try the next thing you have on your list. Scratch that off and go to the next one because something's going to pop.
You got to know that. So you got to realize that, you are the person that's going to take the lead and make whatever's going to pop. And you got to believe in it before everybody else believes in it. Real quick, business lesson that you learned the hard way.
I don't think I've had one yet.
Best investment you've ever made in yourself.
Best investment I made in myself. Starting my businesses.
Money or impact?
I would say impact.
Entrepreneurship, freedom or pressure?
Freedom.
One entrepreneur or brand you admire?
When it comes to bartending, I admire the brand Rose Bar.
Yeah, Rose Bar is pretty dope.
Rose Bar.
Last but not least, what is something that you're working on? And how can the people find you as we get ready to wrap up this virtual couch, y'all?
The next thing I'm working on is a mixology class in October. It's going to be mixology and comedy on October 11th. All the information is on my Instagram, so make sure y'all follow me at Liquid Luxx _XX. That's LIQUIDLUXX_XX.
You better talk about it.
Okay.
And where can I get information, tickets for this next event that you got coming up?
The tickets are up and live on Eventbrite. Just search Liquid Luxx.
That's what's up. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode, another virtual couch of conversations with Coach La, your favorite around the way therapist. If you're looking for a therapist, I'm currently taking new clients. Make sure you follow me on therapist_coach LA. Everybody that tuned in on Instagram, I see you. I can't call y'all names out right now, but I will be doing a follow-up thank you post. I appreciate you, but I see y'all logging in and making comments. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all y'all great places, YouTube. Thank you, and iHeartRadio listeners. Until next week, y'all keep betting on yourself. See y'all later.
Peace.
Nancia, Smokehouse, it's the urban heat. Shout out to Coach Live. Coach LA, it's time to listen.